Hey Floyd, what was your reaction to the fight, man? What was your reaction to the fight, champ?
Nah, Lamont won.
Who you got one?
Lamont. Man, he gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session.
Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather shared his thoughts on the controversial fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach, which left the boxing world in shock. Shakur Stevenson strongly reacted to the result, arguing that it was not a draw. He criticized Davis for being overly confident and underestimating Roach's skills, believing that this mindset led to his struggles in the ring. Fans supported Stevenson's frustration, agreeing that Davis did not take Roach as a serious.
Lamont.
You got Lamont what? About how many rounds?
I don't know.
You still want the Tank Davis fight?
So what?
You still want the Tank Davis fight? What went wrong? What went wrong? Take out a little steam or fire out of it, or is it still the same?
I mean, we're gonna see. I'm the best fighter in boxing. I've been saying this. So
Shakur, what went wrong for Gervonta in this fight? Just because, could we say maybe because Lamont didn't come in, they really...
I think he got overconfident. I think he was thinking Lamont wasn't that good. I told everybody how the fight was gonna go. The fight went exactly how I said. Exactly.
After seeing this performance from Gervonta, do you believe your confidence has gone a little bit more up?
My confidence been up. I've been
serious threat. Boxer and media personality Jake Paul also expressed disappointment in Davis's performance. He felt the fight lacked intensity, describing it as more of a sparring session than a real battle. Paul added that this was not the version of Gervonta Davis he was used to seeing and expected a more aggressive approach. Middleweight champion Demetrius Andrade praised Lamont Roach for his impressive skills and stated that the fight should not have been ruled a draw. He believed Roach had done enough to secure the victory. Despite the controversial decision,
he got lucky as a draw. He did a good fight though. I thought he won it, but man, he gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned.
Oh my God.
God damn, that's not the Gervonta I know.
Brady commended both fighters for their skill and competitiveness. Cruz also disagreed with the draw, highlighting a key moment when Davis took a knee during the fight. He argued that the judges and referee failed to award Roach the proper points for that sequence, which could have influenced the final result. Cruz suggested that this oversight...
Roach had something that we all wasn't expecting. He might have had power. His distance was good. He came in ready, prepared to fight, and he showcased that. And man, we had a good fight overall. It was a good IQ fight.
In all honesty, do you think Roach pulled it off?
I'm not gonna say that at all. I don't think that the draw is good. You know. Other than that, it was a great fight. We'll love to see it again. It's me again, Caleb Plant, Chalo, Munguia, Edgar Belanga. Where the fuck you motherfuckers at? Let's get this shit happen. You already know. Stop playing. Let's get these shits popping, man. Time is ticking.
I mean, 100%. What do you think about Berlanga's obviously opponent that he
contributed to an unfair outcome? Former world champion Danny Garcia reflected on the fight, calling it a great match that showcased the talent of both boxers. Speaking about Gervonta Tank Davis's performance, Garcia noted that not every night is a boxer's best. He suggested that Davis might have had an off night,
Dieron una gran pelea. Ahora sí que me sorprendió la pelea que dio Lamont Roach y bueno, fue una gran pelea para toda la aficionada.
¿Tú crees que fue un empate?
No, yo creo que no. Creo que le quedaron de ver la caída a Lamont Roach, pero bueno, decisión de los jueces y del referee que no le hizo válida la caída, no le hizo el conteo.
¿Qué le fue mal en esa pelea para Gervonta? ¿Qué fue lo que no hizo para que los jueces le den esa pelea? ¿Tú qué piensas?
Bueno, él nada más apostó a un solo round, a un solo golpe para poderlo noquear, y el cual Loma venía muy bien preparado, muy bien concentrado en el plan de trabajo. Bueno, creo que a Tank le faltó presionar, tirar más golpes para ser más contundente y que se viera más efectivo a la hora de la victoria.
¿Te gustaría ver una revancha entre ellos?
Pues estaría muy agradable, así que en la primera estuvo muy...
Sizing the unpredictable nature of boxing and the difficulty of consistently performing at the highest level. A Washington, D.C.-based boxer commented on the potential effects of the controversial decision, expressing concern over how Davis' passionate young fan base might react. He warned that the growing tension surrounding the event could lead to unrest and stressed the importance of handling high-stakes situations responsibly.
Danny, what's going on, my man? What do you think of the fight?
Stay with me, right?
Danny, what do you think of the fight, man? Are you surprised by the outcome? It was a close fight.
I'm surprised the way Lamont fought. I knew Lamont was going to come to fight. It was the opportunity of a lifetime. He did a good job. He fought a great fight.
What went wrong with Tank Davis? I mean,
You said what was wrong with him? Every night in boxing is not your best, you feel me? But at least you got the draw.
Like to see a rematch of this or jump into a fight with Shakur Stevenson?
They don't, whatever they want to do. You think it was a draw? I don't know.
To prevent negative fallout. In his post-fight remarks, Davis acknowledged that the match was beneficial for boxing and praised Lamont Roach as a tough opponent. He admitted that fans have come to expect knockouts from him due to his past performances and recognized that a draw was not the outcome he or his supporters had hoped for. His comments showed an awareness of the high expectations.
Bag for fans, for people in the sport, etc., etc. I thought it was, in essence, the right decision. The only question about whether the upset draw is justified is whether Steve Willis erred in not deducting a point in a late round when Tank Davis appeared to touch the canvas with his hand. And, you know, that is going to stay in the woodwork and haunt the fight in the breach a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's a setback in Tank's career and for his reputation. I think most observers expected him to knock Roach out, particularly because Roach was moving up from 130 to 135. Sometimes when a fighter moves up in weight, he gets stronger, and it looked as though maybe Roach did get stronger and had a greater ability to resist Tank's power than other opponents have had, because Tank did tag him with a lot of clean shots, and he wound up throwing more punches than he likes to throw to get that done. He tagged him both on the chin and to the belly, etc., and couldn't seem to hurt Roach. And that was another surprise in the overall picture.
Expectations placed on him and a respect for Roach's skills. Davis's trainer, Calvin Ford, reiterated his previous statements about Lamont Roach, stating that he had always recognized Roach's talent and skill. Ford's remarks suggest that Team Davis was aware of the challenge Roach would bring and acknowledged the fight's competitive nature.
Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaned with that, and he took a knee. He took a knee! What is he doing?
Lamont Roach's performance received widespread praise, with many considering him the first fighter who truly challenged Gervonta Tank Davis. Fans are now calling for a rematch, believing Roach deserves another opportunity to prove himself. Many analysts argue that Roach was unfairly denied victory, pointing to the moment when Davis took a knee but was not given a knockdown.
The last 2 rounds, and then if you think about it, that knockdown was a knockdown. He took a knee, they should have counted, and you know those 2 points, like Roach said, you know, it would have been on his favor and he would have won the fight. But you know, I hope they run it back again, which I'm sure they will, and you know, we get more of a clear, you know, victory for either side.
How much of tonight was Lamont Roach being Lamont Roach, and how much of it was Gervonta Davis maybe not being at his best?
It was more. It was more. Yeah, well said. I think it was more of Lamont being Lamont. A lot of people were not expecting that. He was catching the punches really well, took them well, great combinations, and just stood in the pocket and fought him right in the center of the ring. Even Tank was not expecting that, and I think that threw him off. And you know, great great performance by Lamont Roach, and Tank Davis. He's got to fight more. He's not as consistent with the fighting, and you know, again, the timing probably wasn't there for him this fight.
What does it say about Tank, man? Some people had him as high as, you know, top 5, top 10 pound.
You know what that's going to say about Tank now? Obviously, people are going to talk shit, and people are going to, you know, put him, you know, probably take him down on the pound for pound list, and you know, it is what it is. But so that's why Tank, has to come back and really get that rematch and really make a statement. If it's with them or whoever else.
And lastly, I mean, people want to know who's the best lightweight. Is it Keyshawn, Shakur, or Tank? Do you think he can still beat those guys, or did Lamont show some things tonight that those guys are just?
Oh, Lamont's definitely there. Lamont can fight it.
Down. This controversy has further fueled demands for a rematch. For the first time in his career, Davis did not win by knockout, leading to disappointment among some fans, with a portion of the crowd even booing him after the fight. This reaction highlighted the high expectations surrounding Davis. Davis's coach defended his fighter, but also
this Tank versus Roach fight, I'm really disappointed, to be honest. Like, it's leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and the reason why is they leaving a negative energy out there. And a lot of y'all might not understand because y'all don't come from underserved environments or was never incarcerated or things like that. I'm from DC and I know how we get active. I know people from Baltimore and I know how they get active. When we talk about rivalries are cool. When I'm talking Commanders, Cowboys, stuff like that, that's friendly and cool. We talk out trash, but when we talking about when it's negative and we know that Tank have a young following and things like that, and I'm seeing certain people at these press conferences, violent individuals, and things can really turn out bad. So yeah, I understand they selling the fight and things like that, but certain things, it can get real bad. And I don't want to see nobody lose their life. Let this be a healthy rivalry. Y'all go in there, best man win, and fight over. It should be all love. We got to be careful with the messaging that we putting out.
Acknowledged Roach's strong performance, stating that neither boxer clearly dominated the fight and that Roach deserved respect. MMA journalist Ariel Helwani speculated that this could be one of Davis's final fights, as the boxer has hinted at retirement. Helwani suggested that
good night for the sport. Didn't get what the decision I want, but we didn't get a loss either, so I felt like I won it, the last couple rounds, so it's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I can get that rematch because I know what I can do in a fight, but it's cool.
Okay, questions?
Okay. Tank, is KG with Fight Hype. I wanted to ask Tank, when the decision was read, the way that you reacted, it looked like you was upset. You slammed your gloves on the cage.
Disappointing result might push Davis to step away from boxing sooner than expected. Even some Davis supporters admitted that Roach handled his power impressively and fought well, marking a surprising shift in public opinion. Boxing analyst Jalen Love